looks. Said 3.
Three.
Three.
Yep, there's 3 of us.
And a ghost.
Very
Three
true.
on the couch.
And the
Yeah.
mascot.
Let's head on over. Switching on over to Vidya for me. Yeah, let's get into our first talking point. The Nintendo Switch 2
Finally.
done got its announcement. When this thing come out?
June
June
5th.
June 5th.
5th.
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
Cinco.
They did a lot with the Nintendo Direct. It looks like people are pretty hyped with it. How do you guys feel about the initial thoughts that they presented?
I thought it was done really well. Like,
I liked
their explanation on just the system as a whole, what it can do, and they went really in deep. They did a deep dive through it. It was like they kind of dissected what the dock station, what the console as a whole can do, but it also showed just how well the games are gonna like kind of play out on the Switch 2. Now, I definitely know from the Switch as a whole, it had decent quality, but when you look at it compared to the Switch 2, they completely listened and elevated the visuals, and it looks really nice on some of the games that they've announced and potential ones coming over to the Switch 2. But yeah, I think we should probably. Oh, another thing. Also, being able to utilize the Joy-Cons as like mouse pad, like a mouse.
That's really cool.
Like the drag and drive game, that looks so much fun. It's a little different because with the Switch as a whole, they had arms, so you can like do your thing with the arms here. This time you got them as like mouse, and you're pretty much rolling like you're in a wheelchair, but you can also like move it to shoot the basketball. So I think that's a nice little concept that they have going there, as well as the welcome tour for the Switch as a whole. It's kind of like its own little me station, but within the console as a whole. I think for their just going over what they were able to announce and things, and just showing little snippets and things, I'm excited for Mario Kart World. It was definitely a lot more added to my expectations of the game, but I think they really just kind of they made the world like massive with the game, and I'm just excited to kind of get my hands on it. They definitely have a direct coming up in the coming weeks for Mario Kart World, but I think that's probably the one game that I'm really excited for, as well as Donkey Kong. I forgot the name of it. I think it was Jamboree or something. But I think that's probably the best I've seen Donkey Kong and just what you can do in the game and stuff. What do y'all think?
I thought it was a complete upgrade from the Switch.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, the new features, the C button,
Oh, I
the,
didn't even talk
the
about the game chat.
updated Joy-Cons and the camera, and I love Nintendo for the fact that they introduce new stuff, like new upgraded stuff to their hardware, and then they immediately try to capitalize on that hardware upgrades with the games, the new games that they come out to try to innovate on things that have already come out. So I really like that about Nintendo.
And it seemed like they're kind of go at their own beat of the drum compared to things like Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah, they're playing their own tune. They're
playing their
not
own
concerned
tune.
with anything that's going on.
Yep.
They say we got stuff that we want to put out, and we're gonna take risks and try to add on to what we already have. They've always done that.
And see how it plays out. Because I definitely know for some of the creators and things, just being able to see the elevation of the games as a whole, it definitely trying to carry on something that they may have had a dream on but really didn't get a chance to see. Now they can like watch down and see like their guidance and stuff come to like realization and things. Like I definitely know Mr. Iwata, he would have been so proud on how the games as a whole been playing, especially on the Nintendo, and just seeing how Mario has done so much through his games, where just continuing to elevate, bring out the best in the games, but also want to let people know that yo, we're Nintendo, and where we gonna go, and just want to appease the fans the best way that they can. I think they really listen to the people talking about how the Switch really, the battery life wasn't as good. It would overheat.
Joy-Con suck.
Joy-Con
The
suck,
drift.
stick drift,
Mm-hmm.
and the gig space and so on. Wanted to see how well you can do more with the game, especially being a handheld, and also being able to do more where you can share with friends and stuff, doing the game share.
Yeah,
And
they innovated on probably every aspect of the Switch
Yep.
this time. So it's like
piece by piece.
yeah, it's a complete
on-
upgrade.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Guardian said he's on the hype train.
Yeah.
He's excited for it.
Nice.
Hype train.
Yep.
On the-
But we all know.
Nah, only thing that throws me off about this is these prices.
That's what I was gonna
Yep.
say. We
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
we're gonna get to that.
We
We're
all
gonna do
know Nintendo like their money.
And they like, give me my money.
I mean,
Give us
the
the
fact
money.
that what I understand is like games are going to be like $80 a minimum.
Joy-Con's gonna be close to 100.
Well, they're gonna range. It's gonna be like a case by case, but generally, yeah, 80 for digital for new titles, and then 90 for physical new titles.
That's crazy.
But the new Donkey Kong, not is it new? Is it new? I don't know if it's
Yeah, I
new.
think-
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's
it's new.
gonna be 70.
Okay.
Yeah. Like some games are.
But you know when you price stuff, when you raise the price to 80, 90, and then you say, oh yeah, but this game's gonna be 70.
But
We're like
people
we're like okay, we're
people
getting a
gonna-
deal.
People gonna raise their eyebrows with it, rock style.
That perceived kindness.
My
Yeah.
my like rule with games is as to how I determine whether or not it was worth the money is at least if I get as many hours as it costs. So if it's $80, I
Yeah.
better get at least 80 hours of
Right,
fun out of
exactly.
it.
$1 per hour.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing with the Switch too, for me, I went in an approach like as Nintendo's has had their games and so on, where you want to try to invest for which consoles you think you'll have the longest, and for that to lead up to it. Where with Nintendo, I had a GameCube. I didn't have a Wii as long as I did, but I shifted to the Wii U, and from there, the Switch came out. But for this one, I think overall, I think it'll be like one that I feel like this console's gonna last a while too. But at the same time, will have things that players would definitely enjoy. But yeah, I think for the pricing of games, I think they're really accommodating with how well the game is, especially with how
They
well
better.
with
I mean, we can.
with the console.
Nintendo is going to put out the same quality of games they've always put out. They're
Right.
just gonna pay more for it.
That I agree with. That I agree with, and I'm hoping. I mean, they're taking some risks, right?
Mhm.
Dust Blood's coming out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's a bit different for them.
That's a console seller right there,
Yeah,
for sure.
So Mario Kart World being
Yeah.
like an open
It's
world
another
experience.
console seller. Like
Yeah. I think that they are trying things,
Yeah.
but goodness gracious, they most definitely they better earn all 80 of them bones.
All
off
of
me.
them.
All of them.
Down to
Yeah.
the last piece of change. Like everything.
This is a $450 console.
Mm-hmm.
That's 50 short of the PS5, and it ain't got the same hardware in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And
I need to know what makes this
this-
worth it.
Yep. And this console is shifting from the 720 to the. It had 1080, but it's going up to 2160. That's in the 4K range. And with that,
120 FPS.
yep. And that's some stuff that fans.
They say
They say
up
quote,
to 120.
120.
Hey, as long as it runs, I'm
long
here
as it
for it.
runs.
I've been a Nintendo fan for a while.
Same.
I think for me, because I ended up getting my Switch for free, that because I ended up getting like the base console Like not even the
accessories and things.
Yeah, like quite literally, I got the screen
Mm-hmm.
because somebody was gonna throw it away one day, and I was just like, yeah, if you want it, you can have it because these people weren't gonna take it because there's a sticker on it.
Throw it away.
Quite literally. So
Wow.
all right, so
Wow.
I don't remember why, but I went to GameStop, and the dude had just tried to sell his Switch because he was getting deployed in the military. He had a sticker on it, which like voided.
They won't take it
because it has
Oh.
custom stuff on it.
Yep.
So he had sold everything else, and he had it literally in a trash bag, and was just like,
I don't know what
"Hey,
to do with this
do
now."
you want this Switch? Because I can't take it with me on deployment, and they won't take it because it has a sticker on it." And I was like,
Say less.
"Huh? What?"
Sure.
So
Gee,
quite
thanks,
literally,
mister.
yeah. I was just like, I guess. Like, well, the heck am I gonna say no for?
Wow.
So
Wow.
quite literally, I
Gee
got up
willikers,
with
this is awesome. Thank you, sir.
with a few friends of mine who already had Switches. They plugged it in, made sure that it worked.
No fooling.
Cleaned it off. So took the guy's account off on it, but then I had to buy all the individual pieces, like the Joy-Cons, the dock, the cord, all that stuff. So for me, the Switch experience was interesting, seeing how much cost had gone up from an outside perspective, because I didn't have all the stuff together.
Right.
So for me, like looking at this, I'm just like, man, I feel like they just making this more expensive
Oh yeah.
for
Oh,
things
yeah.
that are like that. Like it's not cool anymore. Like the DS was cool because there won't no handheld like it. The Wii U, dumb system, but cool because it's literally like a console with a touch screen. Y'all know. I was just like, y'all at least try it.
Yeah.
This, I don't know if this is enough of an innovation past the Switch to warrant the price going up this much. So I want to see that it performs really well, because then I would be all on for it.
And I think the reasoning the pricing is up is like some of the things that they felt that they kind of upgraded, where the gig space on the console as a whole is 256. The normal Switch is 32. So you're getting double the space there, which holds more games. But not only that, with the firmware in the system, they basically saying that, okay, you need a micro SD express card. Any micro SD cards with space won't work on this system. So depending on, I believe the pricing might be a lot for the express card, but you're looking at accommodating having double that space, about a little over 500, not including some of the games that you have up there, which would be more space. So I think that's also accounting for the price range, but also whatever. I'm hoping they bank strong on the like the visuals and things for it, but also the dock station too. Now this one, I'm just like, Lord have mercy. Like, we already have the dock station. It's got a cooling system to it where your system won't overheat. Perfect. But if you want a next dock, that's over $100. And I'm just like, how? Sway?
Nah, somebody who picked his up from GameStop for like 20 or 30 or whatever when he didn't have one. I'm hoping that it's good.
Oh yeah.
They need to justify this, Ash.
Now,
Because the difference between the Switch coming out now and the Switch 2 is that it's not innovating enough from the Switch for it to warrant that cost in my mind.
agreed.
I think that it's the same idea but more fleshed out. I'll put it that way.
Do you think it should have been around the price range of the OLED?
Probably a little more than the OLED, but
Probably around maybe like $399.
yeah.
How much was the
Around $349.
Okay.
Mhm. I think
So,
like about
$400.
Yeah.
You think would have been fair?
yeah, like slash $50 off of a lot of stuff.
We're cooking.
We're talking. You know, we're in the room.
Well, I think they're gonna sell. They usually sell consoles at a loss anyway.
Mhm.
So I guess they're just trying to make up for a little bit
Of the
more of the loss.
Yeah, yeah.
And then on top
They
of
got
that,
a
this
lot
time
of console
around,
sellers, man. I'm just telling
Yeah.
you, it's gonna sell. Like,
Yeah, no. I don't think it'll have
Yeah.
any problems. It's just more the fact that, like, because when did the Switch come out? PS4, Xbox One time frame? Pretty much.
Well,
Yeah.
the Switch came out in 2018, I think.
Yeah, but that was during the time. That was before the PS5 and the Xbox
Yep.
Series
2020.
X. So,
2017, March
No,
3rd,
2017.
2017.
The
Yep.
Switch has been out of the console game for a generation.
right.
Yeah.
And now it's coming into it. But when the Switch dropped, it could do something that the PS4 and that the Xbox One could not do. Now it's a whole generation past.
Well, I mean, we don't have 120 FPS on Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah, well,
So, I mean, there's
I mean, I think about the fact that they do have competition now. But their
Steam, talking about the
competition
Steam
is
Deck.
like the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
And other like handheld computer
Mhm.
style.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Machines.
that's elevating too. So they had,
Mhm.
so they were like, yeah, no, we gotta jump in this fray like right now.
Yeah.
And
But they have a whole experience with the Switch. It's more of an experience because you've got the
and-
Joy Cons and the way that you play is its own thing.
I guess
Yeah.
they just
And
moving
then-
like they moving like they still cornering the market.
Transform.
Depending on what kind of which Steam Deck you get, you're looking at about $550,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mhm.
they're still less expensive than Steam Deck.
Yeah, but you can do more on a Steam Deck.
The Steam Deck is a handheld computer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing. It's not warranted. I'll put it that way. Not warranted. Polar Knight said, as a barber, I have to say this is the best show on Twitch. Has every stage of beard growth.
If only you
From
could see
full
my.
to none.
That's hilarious.
I love it.
Yes.
and then as the
Polar Knights,
DLC,
thanks for coming out. Gosh dang it. Can it?
If only you could see our mascot.
the whole
He's
like,
I mean, little do you know, he's also the the end stages of beard growth,
AKA Fluff Style,
aka Mountain Man.
AKA Baby Yeti.
Chia, did you have any?
Oh, they're talking about me?
Yes.
Oh! I thought you said mascot.
You're the mascot. You're a friendly neighborhood ghost.
Oh, sweet.
Polar Knights responded and said, "The lady not included. She ain't my mother-in-law." That's crazy. Crazy bus to throw her under. Goodness
Lord.
gracious. Chia, did you have any final thoughts on the Switch 2 before we
Or
Before we switch
your
over.
initial final thoughts?
Let's buy it,
I figured you were going to say that.
homie.
I already knew you were going to say that.
I mean, who thought Nintendo was going to be the first one to raise the prices of games?
No.
I mean,
I
didn't
thought
see
PS5
that.
I'm not.
would be.
I'm not surprised they are because Nintendo equals greedy. But I'm not. I am surprised that they have.
Nintendo and Sony are pretty greedy with everything. I would have
Seen the
bet
PS5 Pro?
PlayStation would have upped their games
700?
first.
Well, they were where it was PlayStation to do the last one, wasn't it?
PlayStation
Good morning from Virginia. US.
Virginia.
Because they
Polar
rose from
Knight said
60 to
good morning
70.
from
I think it was
from North Norway.
I know the Sony exclusives were
Oh,
$70
that's so
coming out the
awesome.
gate.
Yep.
Yeah,
They were.
Oh,
good to have.
Yeah.
I haven't paid that, but I also pay for extra services that drop the price of
Right.
my games down.
But yeah, so
I haven't been exposed
I'm
to that.
pretty sure everybody thought Rockstar was going to be the one to raise the price, and they still might. They still might go
No,
even
they just,
further.
They just beat them to the punch because they,
Yeah.
they decided to come out first.
Hey, there's still $10 left in the account.
Hey, look, well, they'll figure it out. Hey,
Rockstar
when
can still
GTA
come out and say
I was about to say-
$99.99.
99 for the month.
They gonna have a whole season just like Nintendo did what now? Mario Kart, how much? Oh,
All
hey.
right, bet.
But
Hey, yo, I got cars too.
Customize them suckers too.
Vroom, vroom, suckers.
Vroom vroom, sucker.
Real
Eat my
highway
dust.
robbery.
I don't know, man. $80 seems pretty steep to pay for certain Nintendo games.
Agreed.
$80 is steep to pay for a game, period.
Now-
Yeah.
There are some games I'm willing to pay $80 for. I'm just gonna be honest.
Now,
It
guys,
better give
if-
me
80
8 hours of
No,
entertainment.
I'm gonna rephrase that,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
There are games that I will put $80 into. There is no game that should be baseline $80.
Well, there's some
Off the
games
shelf.
I'll pay $80 one time and I'll play through the entire game. It might take me 160 hours to finish the game.
That's
Then
nice.
That's
a
the
good
game.
And I got my money. I
got
got
your
my
money's
money's
Good
worth
game
out of it.
right there.
That's nice.
Wait,
just
is
saying,
it
I-
180 hours because you kept dying, or
We're not going
Wait.
through logistics of how I got to the 160.
he just got to the
160
160
hours.
Polar Knights asked, how much is it for the Switch 2? It is $450.
Yep. And if you want to get the bundle with Mario Kart World, it's gonna be $500.
dang.
Wasn't there another option that was even more expensive? What did that come with?
Probably the
It probably
camera.
came with the yeah,
Probably with the
The
some of the
camera.
accessories.
That'll probably
Yeah.
be around 550,
Let's see.
560.
No,
That's the thing.
I could have sworn I saw
Upgrade
one that was
packs.
way more expensive.
Saying $500 is
Upgrade.
actually a. I clicked on it.
Oh, sorry.
It's not doing
It's just we just getting there.
Yeah.
But saying $500 is actually a steal is crazy to me. There ain't no game that's baseline worth $80. I'll put $80 in.
Yeah.
But baseline off the shelf is crazy. Like I don't got no options.
Yeah, no, it's like, yep, we starting out right here. Here
Yeah,
we go.
I play a lot of long form RPGs, so for me the money is the good ones.
Did I just say
The
GameCube?
good ones.
Yes,
deserve
you
Yeah,
it.
well, Nintendo.
I ain't just
Well,
playing
yeah, I
$80 for
know.
any
Okay.
old
Is
game.
it coming
Hold-
back?
Polar
Some of
Knight
them.
said, if I spend
Some.
$80
Some
on a
of the
game, my
GameCube
wife will
games
kill me.
So
I understand.
we got
Yeah.
Mario Strikers coming out.
But
Soul
is
Calibur 2.
Pokemon Coliseum coming back?
There's
But if
actually
I
a
ain't gonna
game
play it
called
right away,
Pokemon
I'm waiting for it to go on
Champions.
sale.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
gonna pay.
fine.
Yeah, I'm just
That-
it is
I'm
what
gonna
it
send
is.
you the
But
trailer,
That's fine.
'cause it's
Look,
one
I'm
that
not
they
gonna-
play on
I would
the
buy
Switch
it.
or on your phone.
I would buy Grand Theft Auto for $100
Crazy.
because it's one of those games you throw
Give
down
me,
you throw down the price, you throw down the cash and
True, but it's
one
not
time
the
fee.
same.
Wait,
And
Trey,
that's
go
it.
back up. That's where my antennas are right there.
Your antennas
alright.
are at the
It's just-
Mario.
So
Mhm.
500
The
for
quality.
Mario and
Yeah.
Because
That's somehow
Mario-
a bargain,
see,
to be
that-
I
honest
thought
with
there
you.
was a third package.
Because-
I saw two.
I'm cool. Look, when I saw the trailer for Mario Kart World and how they were explaining stuff, it was something that I really wanted Mario Kart to do.
This is the last talking point, by the way.
That's fine. I'm about to conclude this.
We,
I'm about to
needed to
conclude
wrap
this.
this up
Yep.
when I asked you.
This was one of the games I was very anticipating on, and I'm glad that it's coming out the day the Switch 2 launches, as well as the Donkey Kong Jamboree. I think it's Jamboree game.
Bonanza.
But Bonanza,
Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong. The free roam that you can do with this, like you can pierce the ground all the way up to the top, collect the different bananas and stuff like that. You can even pierce the heavens with it if you want to. But
Yeah.
yes, I'm excited for the Switch 2. Just some of the pricing, a little bit steep, but overall I believe it's going to be a great console.
Cool. And y'all let us know how you feel about the Switch 2 in the comment section down below. While you're down there, feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
Share it
Do
with
that.
somebody that you think might enjoy it as well, and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to our first 1,000.
1,000.
000.
Right here in the C2 circle. Hop in today, become one of our first VIPs.
And hit that bell notification where you stay tuned for all our updated videos and shorts. Join the squad but not charge a card. Please hit the like button, please.
Yes, yes. Polar Knight said, hold on, I hit you a follow. I just need to delete some Twitch. Have a limit of 3,000 I can follow at one time. Hey,
Oh,
Polar
shoot.
Knight,
Oh.
thank you so much.
Three.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
We're
it.
glad to
Wow.
be one of them 3,000.
3,000.
Mhm.
See you all next time.
Yeah. Also, feel free, if you're checking out this as a video on YouTube, to check our description. It'll be a link to all of our socials, including our Discord page, the C2 Circle. There you can become a champion of the ring and be around for all the content that's going to be lined up next week when we go live around.
7 p.m. Thursday.
Eastern Standard Time around the dot.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Come out one Thursday. That way we can chat it up with you live and in real time.
It'd be a party.
Like it is with
God.
Polar Nights right now. Also, if you can, again, share the video. Because when we get to our first 1,000, I will be personally paying so that the entire couch can watch Severance and From.
I don't think y'all know. That means a lot.
Yes.
You don't pay for
This
nothing.
guy.
This guy don't pay for nothing.
This is very a serious matter. Nothing has freezing over.
He said switch. He got his Switch for free. He would have gotten it. He would have found
I
another
sure
way to.
did.
He would have found another way to get it for free. He just happened to get it for free.
I surely would have just been staring at it in the cabinet at that GameStop being like, that'd been nice. But no,
Found a Switch and it was
there are
like-
2 of the biggest shows currently out right now. I've checked out both.
Sorry, Polar Nights comment is hilarious.
Thank you. That's what I was. Yep.
There are 2 of the biggest shows out right now. So if you guys would like to see them, feel free to
Polar
come on
Nights, I
out.
appreciate you, sir.
Dang, don't cut off Trey.
Feel
like
free to
that.
come on out. If you're watching this video on Twitch or YouTube live with us, stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more Catered Chaos. If you're checking out this video, we'll just catch you in the next video. Peace.
Bye.
Dang, that's crazy. Doing squats?
For
That's
a
crazy.
dollar.